Is he about to fall in love with a bird? Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I am watching the next movie in the Barbie movie cinematic franchise, Barbie of Swan Lake. I grew up with these movies as a really young child, and so far on my channel I've been rewatching Barbie as Rapunzel and Barbie and the Nutcracker. Those were the two that I owned and remember the most growing up as a child, so now we're getting into more of the ones that I remember a lot less, or the ones that I've seen maybe snippets of, but maybe never saw the whole movie. But this one, I'm pretty sure I've at least seen all the way through. I don't remember a lot of it. I know that it follows the story of Odette and Swan Princess. The other animated movie that came out during my childhood that's loosely based on this story was The Swan Princess, which is a whole nother movie in and of itself to talk about, and that freaking opening song and the prince saying what else is there, that's a whole separate conversation to have. But I'm looking forward to watching this. I really love the Barbie movies. I've been really enjoying going back and rewatching them, and I'm excited to jump into the next installment. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. Now, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. Explore new skills, deepen existing interests, and get lost in the world of creativity. Skillshare has a massive library of things to explore. You can try your hand at photography, dive into the world of animations and illustrations, or in my case lately, continuing my love and obsession with buying houseplants. I may not have any pets, but I do consider myself to be a bit of a plant mom, to the point that I no longer have any shelf space left, so I have to figure out where to put new ones. So I've been watching Plants at Home Uplift Your Spirit and Your Space with Christopher Griffin, aka Plant Queen. This class really showed me that I know very little about the plants that I do own and that I may not even be providing them with the correct amount of sunlight. So I've got some work to do. Now what makes Skillshare truly special is it offers memberships with meaning. It believes a strong community is essential to personal growth, and you can tap into the support of fellow creatives who provide encouragement, communication, and inspiration. The first 1,000 people to use my link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium. Thank you again, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video. And with that, let's go! Starting off with a banger, the classic Tchaikovsky piece. I actually wore this top specifically because it is a bodysuit, which felt the most similar to what ballet dancers wear, and I know in this movie specifically, along with some of the other Barbie movies, but with this one in particular, I feel like ballet plays a very, very important role in it. Give us our Barbie and Kelly scenario, where Kelly has a problem and they gotta talk through it, and Barbie uses an anecdote, which then turns into the rest of the story. I'm too much of a light sleeper. If someone came into my cabin in the middle of the night with a light on, I would be wide awake. I'd be like, hello? Who's there?
What's wrong, Kelly?
I feel like every girl in my generation had a shirt like that with the striped sleeves. I feel like it was a rite of passage at some point for us to be subjected to that shirt.
It's a swan. Imagine the 4 stars of the long neck. The big stars.
I'm glad they're pointing it out because I was really struggling to figure out where this swan was. It's not how I would have pictured that swan. That's not how I would have pictured it at all. I would have never figured that out. I feel like there's a baker in a lot of these Barbie films.
You should go to the village dances with your sister.
And have everybody stare at me? I couldn't.
Why would they stare at you? What? Why would they stare at you?
Sugar cookies, your favorite.
Make a chocolate chip. That's my favorite.
Okay.
Kelly, this isn't your story to tell.
You work too hard, Papa.
What can I do? You and Marie keep eating the inventory.
Damn. Dang. Got roasted by your own father. Okay, we all just saw how tiny the village is. The village was like 4 buildings. And then the castle is this. I feel like those don't match up. How can you have a castle this big when your kingdom is like 4 buildings? I mean, there could definitely be like smaller villages elsewhere. You would just think the village that's right outside the castle would be more expansive.
First, I want to do so much, explore, travel.
And so you shall. After my grandchildren.
Mom needs to chill.
I don't believe it.
What? I don't remember a unicorn. I don't remember a unicorn in this film whatsoever. Okay, so now the village is more buildings. Before, it was really tiny. Now it looks like an actual town. This unicorn is really smart. If I had to wear heels trying to like hopscotch over those mossy rocks, would have been game over. Again, with the heels, no. At this point, I would make sure I took them off. Girl, you're already halfway there. Just run for it. I hope this unicorn gets explained, because it just seems incredibly, incredibly random. Why would she go in there? That just seems like a really bad idea. I'm not curious enough for this. I'd just be like, nope, looks too suspicious. Goodbye. I'm not curious enough to be the main character in this story. That would look too suspicious to me. I'd be like, ah, nah, I'm gonna go back to the comfort of my home. What I don't know can't hurt me. I have so many questions.
There.
This woman floating towards her with the pink outfit going on gives me very Glinda the Good Witch vibes.
Well, she doesn't look like much to me, but maybe. Wait! Please.
She's like, don't I have a say in this?
On guard, bird brain. Epe.
I don't know how I feel about Lila as like the animal sidekick of this movie. I feel like it's trying to be Penelope from Rapunzel, but with cynicism, and I'm just not sure that it's working.
Go ahead, laugh all you want. But Odette and I are gonna throw you two right out of the forest.
Why would you say this?
Oh yeah, Odette's gonna have you two for breakfast.
What's wrong with you?
How would you like a new feather pillow?
Anytime.
Oh, deal with this laugh reminds me too much of Janice from Friends. Lila, what is wrong with you? Literally, why would you tell them the plan? Like, I don't understand. At all.
This girl's days are over.
The queen seems surprised that it works.
What's going on? What about my pillow?
I think it's the same voice as Janice from Friends. Don't quote me on it, but it sure sounds like her.
I think he got me.
Yeah, well, he did score a few points.
Yeah, because you messed up Lila. Oh. Those aren't elves, they're just children. She called all the other animals the elves that escaped. Those aren't elves, those are just children.
You realize, once the sun rises tomorrow,
I'll be a swan again. I can't go home like this.
This is why curiosity killed the cat. I would have been just fine going back to the bakery, eating my cookies for the rest of my life.
Hey, that's it. My package arrived.
Jeffrey Bezos, Jeffrey Bezos.
What is this, medieval FedEx? Ye old UPS? Or is it BPS? Barbie Postal Service?
CEO entrepreneur, born in 1964.
She must be out there somewhere.
wait, Papa. I'll go with you.
I feel like this seems like the kind of town where if one person goes missing, like the whole village would rally to go find her. I feel like that could still happen though. Like once they realize she's not just like taking her sweet time in the woods, once they fully decide that she's lost, maybe they'll get the whole village to go out on a search party for her.
You know what that means? I'm old.
Ew.
Oh my. Is that?
Sure is.
It's right there on her head. How did you miss that when she walked in?
My filing system is state of the art. Aha!
You need the Dewey Decimal System, my friend.
We've been looking the whole night.
We have?
How did you not notice?
Now that girl's a creature of the forest, even the magic crystal can't protect her from a human. Brilliant! Ducky!
That entire conversation felt very weird. It's actually really pretty when the sun's out and you can see like the expansiveness of this magical forest. Rothbart's doing the most. Why do you need to kill us?
What a prize!
Oh my god. Is he about to fall in love with a bird?
Your Highness,
You know me?
my name is Odette.
I'm from the village.
Maybe pearls? Wow, no! Wow, much too yesterday.
Isn't she bored? Like, I would be so bored if I had like no one to hang out with or talk to that was like my own age. If it doesn't seem like she has any friends in this kingdom. Material things would only get me so far in this situation until you die of pure boredom.
As useless as, say, a pig.
Good for you! I really thought for a second that there was a plot line that I'd completely forgotten about this and he was about to turn into a pig. Damn. I'm realizing now that I don't think I really knew much of the music from the ballet Swan Lake. I think I really only knew that main tune. So I'm glad that I'm getting to listen to more of it. Did they just change her dress? I don't feel like the choker goes with the outfit. I'm just saying. The crown, plus the choker, plus the long sleeves, like it, I don't know. Something's not looking right to me. I feel nothing about their relationship yet at all. I feel like they haven't had time to bond and suddenly they're already like dancing, like trying to present it to us as if they're destined to be a couple.
Tomorrow night, my mother is throwing a royal ball.
But we haven't like seen them connect really, other than her telling him the story about what happened. Nothing's happened. Like, the story happened and then they sat down for dinner and then they were dancing. There's been no connection.
Do you really want to help me?
Of course.
Then find my family.
But
Please, Daniel. For me,
I don't
I'm
know.
safe as long as I have the crystal.
Daniel, this prince, he's just not doing it for me.
when the baker returns, I'd be much obliged if you would tell him to come and see me right away.
Of course.
The prince just casually walks into the village. I feel like that wouldn't work without him getting surrounded.
If, however, the true love, meaning his royal cuteness,
Lila, no. Now that was a good dress transformation. That other pink one was not it. Okay, queen, let's go. Oh, and they shortened her dress. Okay, I do actually like this duet, though, of Odette and the queen dancing together. It's cute.
I will be the one and only ruler of the enchanted forest.
And I'll be the most stylish creature in it.
What's the point of being stylish if there's no one to see it? What? Don't eat him.
Erasmus?
Don't even know.
The ravens are
Ew.
I'll go. You? Oh, come on, there are probably a dozen hunters in the village ready to shoot a perfect swan.
I feel like Couldn't she just fly around the village? Maybe that's just wishful thinking, but I feel like because she can fly, I feel like she could avoid them and go an alternative route.
Remember, not a word.
Why not?
Oh.
Odette. She's here.
Interesting.
I'm so glad you came.
And I...
We wouldn't miss it.
So it's just a facade, but it doesn't change her voice. Okay. I love how they never explain in these movies how everyone just knows ballet. And like why that's the dance of choice. When I feel like they should really be doing some sort of waltz or similar dance. I know I'm asking a lot from a Barbie movie, and the whole point is that it's based on a ballet, so like I get it. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna sit here and question why none of the other guests are not questioning why they're watching these two do a ballet together. Why didn't you had time. You had time to go through the window, and you blew it.
Rothbart.
What day should we get married, big boy?
Where is Odette?
Well, there's the pig that I thought was gonna happen earlier.
Daddy, wait! I've got a serious situation here!
I can't believe he just left her. And now we've got a Santa sleigh situation going on. I don't understand where they're going. Not much of a battle, was it? Oh.
Did you really think a puny little human could stop me?
No.
She's gonna jump in front of him, and it's gonna be the true love because she cares more about him than she does herself. Wow. Cause that's how they're gonna fall. Just coincidentally on top of each other, perfectly holding hands.
At last! This world is mine!
Am I just now realizing that Rothbart is voiced by Kelsey Grammer? I've been trying to figure out if his voice sounded familiar, and I'm pretty sure it is. That's what you get. That's what you get. And life is going to come back to the forest. Good, I was gonna say, can we get these elves some new outfits?
Odette?
Daniel.
I'm sorry, I feel nothing for them. Literally nothing.
If you'll have me.
They're just gonna hug? Weird. Why does she have wings? I do not understand them at all.
A friend once told me, you're braver than you think. Turns out she was right.
Still not sure I really understand what's going on with the wings.
You think you've got problems.
Dang. Okay, Rothbart was Kelsey Grammer. And Odile, Maggie Wheeler. I still am fairly certain that that's Janice from Friends. Not gonna lie. Not sure this movie was it for me. I'm still not sure if I've even seen this one before. I think I have, but to be honest, outside of the very, very beginning, literally just up to the point where the sister came riding in and then ran back out, I don't remember anything about this movie. So, in that sense, it was fun. to watch this, almost for the first time. Like I said, I don't really connect with the relationship between Daniel and Odette. I feel like they barely connected with each other before they're suddenly like, you are the one for me. I need some connection. I need some shared experiences besides him coming to her rescue. Like, it's gotta be more than that. And just something about him, just, it wasn't it. And then I felt like the story felt kind of rushed too. Maybe it's just the way the story was scripted, but the whole thing just felt really, really rushed and like it wasn't set up that well. Suddenly Odette finds this forest and then the next thing she knows she's a swan and has to deal with that. Like, it just felt like it was moving too fast to really, really be sucked into the story. So yeah, this one just did not do it for me, but that doesn't mean I don't still love this franchise, and I'm excited to watch the next Barbie movie, whenever that is. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and also let me know in the comments below what you all thought of Barbie of Swan Lake. I'm really, really curious what you all think, especially because this is honestly one of the first videos that I've made that I don't really love the movie that I ended up reacting to. So let me know what you guys thought of this movie. If you want to watch any of my previous Barbie reaction videos, you can watch them in the playlist above. A big thank you to all my Patreon supporters. If you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, you can visit the link in the description below. And I will see you all next time.